Hello friends, our today's topic is interfacing of DC motor with PIC 16F877 microcontroller. So in this topic we are studying the different methods to interface the DC motor with PIC 16F877 microcontroller. There are four commonly used methods in which we can interface the DC motor with PIC 16F microcontroller, and based on the motor requirement we select the required method for the interfacing. So generally the speed of an DC motor is controlled by varying the PWM pulse from the microcontroller side if we automate the speed with the help of microcontroller based system. So speed control of DC motor is generally a variation in pulse width from a controller's output pin, so that we are able to vary the applied supply to the DC motor, and based on the applied supply here we are able to vary the speed of an DC motor. So for that purpose the PWM can be varied with the help of some techniques. So some different techniques or methods used are transistorized method, that is normal method, which is generally used for low power applications. Darlington pair transistor driver circuit. This is again two transistors are used connected together to generate and required current, or simply we say that the high current. So this is mostly used for more current requirement or high power applications. Power MOSFET and power amplifiers, power op amps. So these two again used for high power rating applications, and these are the different ways for the interfacing of DC motor with PIC 16F microcontroller. So see, in this case the if we consider the normal transistor to drive the motor, which is easily connect to the controller's output pin and which works on the 5 volt or 12 volt. But here the one problem is that when we use a normal transistor as a driver circuit, it is sufficient for the low power applications, that is motor supply requirement is 5 volt or less than that, and current requirement is also less. In that case it is feasible to use the normal transistor. But for the more power requirement, like if we see the more than 1000, or here mention that 3000 watt power is required, and suppose the current requirement is more than 2 ampere, 10 ampere, so in that case this transistor is not suitable for delivering such 3000 watt power at the rate of 60 ampere current, like that. So in this case we need to design a circuit which can be able to deliver the maximum rating of our requirement. So another way is to use the Darlington pair, as example a TIP 120 transistor, which provides the more current gain, and output current is also high, but it requires freewheeling diode if we connect that particular supply to the motor, that is for protection of the motor windings. And generally freewheeling diode is connected for a load through which we can connect the inductive load or coils or some relays, so that their back EMF is generated. Due to that it will damage the circuit used in that case. So for that purpose reverse connecting diode is used for protection of the circuit from the back EMF generated by inductive type of loads. Another method is for suppose if we consider the power op amp, in that case L12 can be used for delivering the 13 ampere current with the voltage rating of plus or minus 30 volt, which is also useful for the motor ratings up to 30 volt, and current requirement is 13 ampere. So the voltage gain or its gain can be adjusted by selecting the registers connected at feedback, that is RF and R1, that is input register. So by variation in the ratio of RF and R1, we can adjust the gain of an op-amp, and according to that we are varying the output gain of an op-amp. So these are the some basic methods. We see the first circuit, that is transistorizer diode. So if we consider normal transistor, in that case if we connect motor, in that case motor is an inductive load, so freewheeling diode is connected, but here it is a normal method. And for Darlington pair also, instead of single diode we go for the two diodes connected together for enhancing the current capability. So here two diagram, one is general simple diagram, and second one is showing uh, some resistances connected to the terminal wise. And if we see the here relay is mentioned, but here we cannot connect directly the motors, so we need to interface and relay. So based on that we are able to connect the our motor terminal either at ANC or ANO, and uh, positive terminal or phase terminal is connected at the common or pole, we say the pole. So to drive the relay, here activation of these two transistor is required. So when pulses are getting from the input side, and these transistors are activated, so according to that relay coil is activated, and if relay coil is activated, so NO turns into NC and NC turns into NO. So according to that the supply connected at pole, that is at NC, is applied to the NO terminal, and according to that motor will turn on. So this is the normal procedure or working of an relay, and with the help of this Darlington pair method. So here relay abruptly releases the pole if supply cuts down from the relay coil. So back EMF generated across the coil of an relay. So this may damages the next circuit connected to the relay. So to avoid this, here a diode is connected in a reverse order here, which is called as freewheel diode, which is activated only when the back EMF is generated, otherwise it is in reverse, and that is the reverse bias mode. So this is a protection diode or protecting diode used to protect the circuit. So this is related to Darlington pair. After that we see the power MOSFET. Power MOSFET drive, here instead of using transistor we use the MOSFET for the MOSFET as a driving circuit for the driving of an motor. So here based on the pulses or signal applied at gate, here turn on and turn off conditions are satisfied, and according to that your motor will be turn on or turn off. Here also motor is not directly connected, again relay is connected, and through relay motor is connected. So here simple block diagram is there, not actual circuit diagram. So here instead of motor, relay is connected and relay coil is activated based on the gate pulses applied to the power MOSFET, and based on that here activation of relay, and after that motor turns on or turns off. So here on and off based on the conditions where the gate pulses are applied to the power MOSFET, and according to that activation of freewheel diode, that is protection diode, is also based on the generation of an back EMF. So this is related to power MOSFET. Here if we consider the power op-amp L12, here it supports with the plus or minus 30 volt, and rated current is 13 ampere current. So motor will drive up to that level, and the feedback register, that is RF, and input register, that is R1. According to that we may change or vary the gain of an op-amp, and control signal is applied from the control side also as per our requirement. After that we see the PWM actual interfacing of DC motor with the PIC microcontroller with the help of MOSFET circuit. Here we use a one driver IC which includes the MOSFET as well. So based on that we make an connections. So MOSFET is preferred for the interfacing of DC motor with the uh, microcontroller, that is PIC microcontroller, because MOSFET is having the input impedance is very high, switching speed is also high, and the current or voltage handling capacity is also high or more as compared to the transistor. So MOSFET fitted best for the driving of DC motors having the power requirement is more or power consumption is more. So MOSFET is most efficient to control the speed of an high power DC motors. When we consider the MOSFET, the MOSFET turn on and turn off is based on the gate pulses applied to the MOSFET. So MOSFET gate is an control pin or control section through which we can vary the speed of an DC motor. So if we see the circuit for the DC motor is like this. If we see the signal coming from PIC microcontroller here applied at the input, suppose if we consider the first transistor which is able to generate the more power, that is intermediate voltage level, that is up to the 12 volt to drive the MOSFET. So first transistor is used, and according to that, after activation of transistor, normal transistor, here signal is applied to the power transistor, or suppose we say that the MOSFET, and based on the working condition of MOSFET, here the signal connectivity is applied to the motor. So based on the condition of on and off of an MOSFET, so here motor turns on and turns off. So this is the case through which we can activate or drive the motor with the help of MOSFET along with the some normal transistors. So here we can connect the 12 volt supply for the motor as well as the MOSFET. After that we see the driver circuit which is used to drive the actual DC motor. So these two transistors, that is MOSFET and normal transistor, are combined together in a single IC named as A3952, which is capable to drive the motor by simply connecting the 4 pins, that is 2 pins at input side and 2 pins at output side. So the basic features of driver IC A3952 are: it accepts the logical signal 0 volt and 5 volt, that is digital outputs which is coming from the controller side, and they are delivering from the controller side for the controlling of the PWM or variation of the PWM of an DC motor. So it contains or accepts the 0 volt and 5 volt supply, and it consists of separate driver transistor, that is input side are separate and output side are separate. Again it will drive the motor having the maximum voltage capacity of 50 volt, and it can deliver a load current up to the 2 ampere, and the 4 pins as shown in the diagram are enable, phase, out A, out B. So out A and out B pins are used to actually interface or connect the DC motor to the driver IC A3952. So DC motors, two terminals are connected to out A and out B, which can be used to interface the voltage and ground signal to the DC motor. So supply connections are uh, made with the help of these two terminals from the driver IC 3952, and remaining two terminals of the IC, that is enable and phase, are connected to the controller side. Here we using PIC16F877 microcontroller. from which we can generate the PWM pulse as per our requirement by varying the delay, that is duty cycle, with the help of some 20%, 30%, 60% duty cycle as per the requirement for the variation of speed up and DC motor. So, and direction signal is also connected from the controller side. So these two signals are output at the controller side and which are input to the driver IC 3952. So if we apply the phase pulse to the enable pin, according to that, here supply connected to the out A and out B are varied. So based on that, here the speed up and DC motor is controlled or varies. Either for a higher duty cycle, speed up and DC motor is more, and for lower duty cycle, speed up and DC motor is less. So RPM is controlled with the help of variation in duty cycle provided by the PIC microcontroller. And another pin, that is direction. Here if we uh, apply a high pulse, that is 1 logic 1, that is plus 5 volt to this pin, direction pin, and which is applied to the phase pin of an driver IC. In that case, our motor, that is DC motor, will be moving or running in clockwise direction. So for logic 1 or supply 5 volt, the motor will move in clockwise direction. And if we apply a 0 volt, in that case 0 volt to the phase pin of an driver IC, in that case the DC motor will running or rotates in counterclockwise, or we say that the anti-clockwise direction. So direction of an DC motor is controlled by the phase pin of an driver IC, and which is controlled or signal is generated from the controller side, either 0 volt or 5 volt. So for 0 volt counterclockwise, and for 5 volt it will rotate the motor in clockwise direction. And another pin coming from the controller side is PWM, so it will vary the duty cycle. According to that, we are able to vary the speed of an DC motor. So here the duty cycle variation is done with the help of two different delay loops which are used if we are generally taking or normally taking the LED blinking program. And for that purpose, if we are blinking the LED for some time, that is on time and off time of an LED, so if we vary that particular on and off time, so according to that we are able to generate an PWM pulse. So here two different delay functions are required. Suppose for on time we generates and delay for 4 milliseconds, and for off time we generates and delay of 1 millisecond. So 4:1 is the 25% or like that. So according to that we are able to generate the duty cycle 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%. So on and off time varies with the help of delay used in PIC microcontrollers program. So here a simple blinking program with the delay generation, and that particular blinking pin is connected to here enable, so that our motor will be rotating in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. So this is related to the interfacing of DC motor, its basics, that is driving mechanisms and the driver circuit, which is most commonly used and efficiently used, that is A3952. So thank you for listening and watching. So after that, in next lecture we discuss related to the measurement applications of an PIC microcontroller. So thank you.